This is a Mining Interactive video production.
This is mininginteractive.com. I'm your host, Denise Poole. And right now we are here with David Morgan, who publishes the Morgan Report. How are you today?
I'm quite well, thank you.
Now, why don't you give us a little bit about your background, David?
Okay, primarily my background is precious metals. It's money, mining, and metals. And I specialize pretty much in the silver market. Although the Morgan Report looks at any natural resource sector, we've looked at uranium projects, moly, copper, just about across the board. But I still focus primarily on the silver market.
So today's date is January 21st, 2008, and the markets are going crazy. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I'd say, first of all, crazy to the downside. I mean, the TSX opened up low. I was off, I think, 400 or something on the open. I don't know exact numbers. I wasn't watching minute by minute like I normally do. But I don't know where it closed either, but I know it was off about 500. So a lot of fear in the market right now. A lot of the equities are going down and down rather hard. There's a ton of fear out there right now, and I'm sensing that here at the Vancouver Gold Show. So a big sell-off, a lot of fear. People don't know what to do, and of course it's usually not doing the right thing, meaning when there's fear in the market is a time to actually step and start buying.
Yes, I agree. Now, why are gold and silver holding up while the rest of the markets are going down?
Again, it comes back to fear. People will hold and buy gold because it is a safe haven. It's kind of the money of last resort, if you will. And gold is the most negatively correlated asset to the stock market, not gold stocks. So people gravitate to the real money and will hold that. And that's why I think you see gold doing rather well vis-a-vis the stock market generally.
Now, why don't you tell us about your Morgan Report and what you talked about in the January issue?
Okay, well, first of all, my approach is from the heart and the head. And every month I start basically with a blank sheet of paper and say, how can I serve my readers best, okay? But the January issue pretty much is a formatted issue. In the January issue, what I do is an exhaustive research of usually 20 to 25 companies. And I ask two questions. What did you accomplish in the past year? And what are you going to accomplish in the next year? And I go through, it's not necessarily my top 25 companies, but pretty close. And that is a lot of information to digest and put into a letter. It's a lot of work, but I enjoy what I do. So this is an opportunity for my readers to go ahead and look out ahead and get a little snapshot. We do this one-on-one with every company. It's not, it's a diligent process. And now we have something to hold their feet to the fire on the following year. Follow me, because, we can come back and say, well, look, at the beginning of 2008, you said by the end of 2008 you would have accomplished da-da-da-da, but you've only done this. So it's a very useful tool, and I enjoy it very much. Now, I have gone through the speculative holdings, those 9 companies. Then I gave different categories, and 2 that I gave, I said, I think 2 for the show. One was Toomey Resources, and the other was Tinka. And both those companies don't meet my criteria for what I call formal recommendation. But as I said in my report, I really like the geologist a great deal. I think David Hentridge is just an awesome guy, straight as they come. He works very hard, and let's face it, it's a tough business. So they're on my radar, and I wanted people to know that. I know that a lot of people own a lot of stocks that maybe don't hit my top criteria, and so I cover those as well. So it's a lot of fun, it's a lot of work, but I enjoy it.
Now, is there anything else that you'd like to add today?
I'd like to take a moment to thank Joe Martin and the natural resource shows that he's been putting on for so many years, especially during the lean years. And his big heart and his ability to do these gala events that he does every January and give back to the community and give back to the people that have ALS disease. I just think it's a mark of the man, and I just want to comment on that. So here's my heart to Joe. Joe, thank you so much for what you do.
That's great. Thank you very much for being here and speaking with us today.
You're welcome.
Now, to subscribe to the Morgan Report or just to read it, you can visit the website at www.silver-investor.com. For mininginteractive.com, I'm Denise Poole.